You ever wondered if the Gia home-based business is right for you? We're really excited you're with us tonight, and I'm going to ask you to just a few words from John Williams, who's not going to be able to be with us tonight. He really is inviting and exhorting everyone to listen with ears and minds and hearts of possibility, and those possibility, really the possibility of what's possible for you. Well, welcome everyone to the first of our Wednesday evening Gia Zoom trainings. We're so excited you're here for this special Zoom presentation. Tonight we're going to be listening to Eric Worre's Rise of the Entrepreneur, The Search for a Better Way. So in tonight's award-winning documentary about network marketing, you're going to learn about why 116 million people worldwide have found that network marketing is a viable way to create a second income or even a full-on career. We're going to jump into the film, and we're not going to watch the entire film. We're going to start, I think, around minute 18 with Sue Johnson's capable handling of our technology. Thank you, Sue. And after the film, Sue Gronberg will lead the Zoom in opening it up to hear some of the success stories of some of Gia's veterans and rising stars. Now, some of us on the call tonight are network marketing professionals. We've been doing it a while. And some who are on tonight are really looking at this business model to learn more and to really see themselves in it. As the business model Gia's co-founders chose to create a network of worldwide distribution, let's jump into discovering and the discovery of why so many people simply call network marketing a better way. Thank you so much, Sue.
Oh, thank you, May. Beautiful opening. So bear with me, my friends, while I just get us set up over here. And I'm going to click what needs to be shared. Open this up, and here we go.
It's investing in millions.
Have a chance, and it's a slim chance.
What if there was a way that you had all the proven aspects, the comfort aspects, and you could still control your own life? What if there was both? In other words, you didn't have to create everything from scratch. You didn't have to be a super leader. All you had to do, what if there was a proven product already? You didn't have to create the product. And there's a proven system already, proven training already. Everything except an employer. That was the only thing that you didn't have. Do you think more people would be open to working for themselves in that environment? In our search for a better way to make a living, we've come to the conclusion that becoming an entrepreneur is actually safer than being an employee. And through our look at the entrepreneurial options, one particular path kept coming up from expert after expert. And I think most people will find it surprising because it's certainly a non-traditional business model. That model is for people to start their own business and become an entrepreneur through the creation of a network marketing business. Some people call it direct selling, because the product is being sold directly from the manufacturer to the end consumer, cutting out the middlemen. Other people call it multi-level marketing, or MLM, because there are multiple levels of commissions paid. The most common term today is network marketing, because network marketing best describes using a large group of independent distributors, independent entrepreneurs, to move a product or service more efficiently.
So my friend here, Donald Trump, and I, we always write about the network marketing industry. And the reason we support the network marketing industry is because it really is a business school for entrepreneurs. Because most people come out of school looking for a paycheck. Oh, that's terrible.
I went to network marketing like that. I think if it didn't exist, we should invent it. It is that good.
I think direct selling is a great way to do business today. It's very easy to get into that industry, and you can be self-employed, be, in effect, an entrepreneur.
When we see multi-billionaires adding network marketing companies to their portfolio of companies, that would be a clue. When we see people who are very famous authors and very famous business people endorsing the industry, that would be a clue.
These network marketing companies are in $50 million companies. They're billions and billions of dollars. They lead the stock market. They're major companies.
When we're going to get it? You know, and you're going to school to work for a paycheck. But if you want to be rich, be an entrepreneur. And network marketing gives you the spirit to be an entrepreneur.
A traditional company will spend up to 50% of their total revenue on marketing. Network marketing companies use a different approach. Instead of having all that extensive marketing expense, they utilize a network of independent distributors to do the marketing for them. Now, why do they do this? First, because word-of-mouth advertising is so much more effective today than traditional media advertising. Second, some products need to be explained or demonstrated, and an independent salesperson can do that more effectively than an ad campaign. Third, it's completely efficient. The company only pays for the marketing of their product if a sale happens and not before. Imagine if Amazon allowed you to become an independent distributor and paid out 40% of its revenue to that distributor group. All you had to do as a distributor was recommend a product, and if a person bought it on Amazon, Amazon would take care of all the logistics, and you'd get paid for bringing the customer. Now imagine you got paid for every purchase that customer made for the rest of their lives. Well, Amazon doesn't offer this option, but network marketing companies do.
85% of all buying decisions in our society are made as a result of word of mouth or reputation.
We're recommending things to each other all the time. You know, who's your dentist? Who's your doctor? Who's your lawyer? What detergent, are you using? What legal system are you using? What product are you using? We're talking to each other about the things that we love anyway.
When you go into a big box retailer, you're lucky if the clerk looks you in the eye, much less gives you any detailed or accurate information about what you're purchasing. So of course, this personal information, this education coming from a friend, a neighbor, a relative, or even a stranger, but one who has experience with the product is extraordinarily valuable.
As a matter of fact, network marketing can educate consumers probably better than any other form of marketing. It certainly can do better than advertising because advertising usually has a certain hype to it and you can only get limited information. So, network marketing trumps advertising.
If you were a typical sales company and you wanted to sell $1 million a month worth of product, you might go find 100 superstar salespeople. The quota would be $10,000 a month. So network marketing as a distribution system just flips the numbers. So we use 10,000 happy, raving fans of a particular product, and we don't concern ourselves so much with how much product each one of them individually sells. If they sell just $100 or $200 a month, and there's 10,000 of them, you're selling $1 million to $2 million a month worth of product. And that's the best way I can explain how network marketing works.
This is the marketing arm of the company. There's not money being wasted on bricks and mortar. There's not money being wasted on inventory that's sitting stagnant somewhere. There's not of employees standing around that don't have customers. These are people that are going to connect with customers.
These companies allow people to become independent distributors for extremely low cost and with no minimum time or sales quota. Essentially, they own their own business and can provide as much or as little sales as they choose. In other words, the distributor gets all the benefits of traditional business ownership without the risk.
The advantage of network marketing is the ease of entry, the low risk, and the low startup cost, because almost everything else has very high risk.
You can get in for a minimal investment. You're buying into a system that's already been proven, products or services that have been proven to work.
The keys to network marketing is providing an opportunity for the masses to get involved, providing an opportunity for the average person who doesn't have the resources to start their own business.
All of this so far is fairly straightforward, but network marketing offers another benefit, and it's this benefit that makes it so interesting for entrepreneurs. Network marketing allows a distributor to build their own network of other distributors and then compensates them on the sales created by that entire group.
Direct selling is, at its base, very simple. It's the sale of a product or service to an individual on a face-to-face, one-on-one basis, just the way we're talking right now. But there's an important element as well, and that's the offering in conjunction with that sale of product, the offering of an opportunity for someone to make something of themselves.
No matter what your social status is, no matter what language that you speak, I mean, look how many unbelievable people are becoming successful, so to speak, every kind of language out there. What an awesome gift to give the world.
Instead of having to work your way up in a system and prove that you could be a sales manager, they just decided everybody can be a sales manager. Everybody gets to build a sales team from day one. And so what that brought into the system of growth as a direct selling company is the concept of compounding or geometric progression. Because now you can actually grow Salesforce very quickly because everybody is enrolling people in their own Salesforce.
People who are like, oh, this is weird, I'm building a sales team, or what do you think you do at a regular company? How do you think a regular company works?
Network marketing is the only industry that doesn't say your past determines your future. It looks at your past and says, okay, now what can we train you to do so you can have a great future? Every other employer out there wants to exploit you for what you already know, not teach you something new.
Network marketing has the potential to save the United States and the world because it's going to teach people not to be employees, but to be entrepreneurs.
According to the Direct Selling Association, if you add up all the network marketing companies around the world, they combine to do over $178 billion a year in retail sales. To give you an idea of how big that really is, the NFL, the National Football League, does approximately $9 billion a year. The music industry does a little more than $16 billion a year, and the movie industry does about $80 billion a year. Using a conservative average, network marketing companies pay their distributors about 40% of that $178 billion in the form of commissions, which adds up to more than $71 billion a year. That's almost $6 billion a month. It's almost $200 million in commissions every single day. So it's certainly working, and people are making serious money in network marketing.
With the growth of the direct selling industry over the last 10, 15, 20 years, we've seen a broader understanding of the channel. We have seen more and more people getting involved in the business, so our penetration in the marketplace has increased, and thus the understanding in the marketplace of who we are has increased. And we've seen non-direct selling companies look at the direct selling model and say, something's going on there. People are making money. Companies are being profitable, individuals are being motivated, product is being delivered to market. Maybe we should explore this.
Some people think only the people at the top make money. Well, let's take a look at that as well. In the network marketing profession, there are roughly 500 people in the world who earn over $1 million a year. If you round that number up to $2 million a year, that adds up to about $1 billion a year. That takes the $71 billion paid out each year down to $70 billion. So where does the rest of the money go? The vast majority goes to part-time people making anywhere from a few $100s a month to many thousands of dollars a month. It goes to people who choose to make it a full-time career move and earning even more than that. Every day, people are using the money they earn through network marketing to pay off debt, have more fun, and improve the quality of their lives.
Everyone I know in network marketing has been doing that since the 50s. They go to work when they want to go to work. They stop working when they want to take time with their children to have a leisurely breakfast and discuss issues and drive them to school. They go back to work when they get home, wherever they're working out of.
The biggest thing that I've seen is people that have become much happier in their life.
MLM has probably made more millionaires of more people in more countries, and I've spoken to them in 67 countries than any other single form of business, starting from nothing.
If they have a choice between working a job for the next 10 years or working a network marketing business for the next 10 years, the result of working the network marketing business will be better.
A lot of people within the industry go on and make this a career and do extremely well at it.
Network marketing has been nothing but good for everyone I know that's been involved with it because they did it seriously and they played full out and they've been very successful. It's been a constant barrage of success stories and people showing off stuff that they got as a result of it.
How many people are involved? Approximately 16 million Americans and 96 million people around the world are currently participating in network marketing. And in a recent poll, 82% of those people report a good, very good, or excellent experience with network marketing. So people are happy. So I've taken a look at the network marketing profession and really tried to understand why so many people are confused as to the validity of this as a business. One is this pyramid shape. People get really messed up with this pyramid. Oh, it's one of those pyramid things.
So I just think there are a lot of haters out there who really don't understand the industry and say, oh, it's a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a pyramid.
Well, corporate America is a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? It goes like this. You have thousands of MBAs, let's say working for Ford or General Motors or Coca-Cola. If all these MBAs are all trying to get to here, that's a pyramid. Only one guy's going to make it. Every 10 years, one's going to make it. Whereas you look at network marketing, it's like this. So you're here, and your job is to develop other CEOs coming up behind you. So it's an inverse pyramid.
In network marketing, it's a very simple concept. If you sell product, you get paid. It is paid based on production. There is no first mover's advantage. There is no investment component where the more somebody spends, the more they're entitled to make. So the two are polar opposites of each other.
It doesn't matter what shape the company is or the compensation plan is shaped, whether it's a circle or a pyramid or a triangle or a trapezoid, it doesn't matter. If compensation is coming primarily from recruitment, then you've got a problem. On the other hand, if an operation is basing their compensation to participants on the basis of sales, even when those sales are generated by people you've recruited, well, then you're a perfectly legitimate enterprise. That's the legal test. It's the practical test.
Another issue that's been true in the past that is no longer true now is people used to be in network marketing loaded up with products that they couldn't sell, and they ended up a loser. They ended up with a bunch of product in their garage. They ended up with a bunch of products sitting in their kitchen shelves or whatever, and they thought they could sell it, and then they weren't willing to or able to sell it, and they ended up with a bunch of stuff, and they were bitter about it.
There was this thing called front loading where you had to buy, if you bought $25,000 worth of product, you got better commissions and all this. Today, it's almost all done by computer. It's direct mail, comes from a warehouse somewhere else. You don't have to have all this inventory. You don't have to stock up. It's a paperless world now. Most of it's done online. You have a back office. It really works. And the technology has changed everything.
Third issue is people start talking about 99% of people in network marketing don't make any money. Well, we've talked about that over the course of this journey together. Almost $200 million a day is being paid out to network marketing distributors around the world.
The naysayers, the people who say that it doesn't work, are usually the ones who just don't know how to make it work for themselves. And so they're giving you an opinion, and I tell people, don't confuse people's opinions with expertise, because opinions are free. And don't confuse sincerity with the truth, because people can be sincerely wrong.
But here's the reality inside of network marketing. The vast majority of people that get involved in network marketing just become customers, and they get involved to be able to purchase product at a lower price. If you take Costco as an example, if a person goes into Costco and gets a membership to Costco so they can get a lower price on the product, we don't call that person a loser because they have a bunch of product that they walked out with a smile on their face. Yet when some people want to take a look at network marketing, they say, well, those people, they're just using the product and they aren't earning an income, so they must be a loser. They're not a loser. They're a happy customer. That's the vast majority of people that are involved in network marketing. Now, a smaller percentage of those people decide to go build a business. They earn $300 a month, $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000. That's the bulk of earnings in network marketing. And then there's the few that really decide to take it serious, really decide to build a large network, really work to make that network very, very productive. And those people make huge amounts of money, and there's no cap.
What I do as an outside economist, just somebody looking at this industry like any other industry I speak and say, look, what's the realities of this? 1% do incredibly well. 10% generate some additional income at pretty low risk and effort. That's fine. And 90% of people roughly end up customers.
One thing that I think is real when it comes to people's perceptions about network marketing is people put this, and distributors, I think, involved in network marketing have some responsibility for this. They have sometimes unrealistic claims about the product or about the income.
Most people who become distributors, they want the money, they want to be successful, but they don't have the skills. They don't know what to do. And when people don't know what to do and they're in a new business, they're scared. And when they're scared, they panic and desperation kind of sets in. So they think everyone they talk to has to get in. So if I talk to you and you say, well, no, I don't have time to do that, they're like, no, I need you. You have to do this or I won't be sick. So I start clawing on you. I started that desperation. So then I start making claims about the product, which are not appropriate, probably not even true. Or I start saying, let me show you how you can make all this money and you don't have to do anything, Eric. And so you just totally misrepresent the opportunity, and you're clingy with people because you think you need everybody to be successful, and you don't.
You know, one of the messages that I try to deliver most forcefully to companies as well as salespeople in direct selling is that you don't have to overpromise.
The reality is in network marketing, there's a lot of hard work involved. There's a lot of effort. You're going to have to develop yourself. It's a business like anything else. It's going to take some time, but in my opinion, it's better.
It's light years better for people starting today than it was even 5 years ago.
I think it's more widely accepted now, and people understand it is a business. It is being an entrepreneur. It is being a business owner.
Our belief system is based upon our evaluation of something, and frequently if we reevaluate a situation, our belief about that situation will change.
The industry has changed and it's grown up. It's totally transformed.
You've got young people today that have grown up with social media, and they understand networks. They understand how people are connected through technology, and they understand how money flows through those networks. So when they see network marketing, they don't see it the way their parents saw it.
And we've all learned, the larger industry that you represent, has all learned from those mistakes and flaws and errors that have happened early on. Early algorithms didn't work the right way. That's all fixed.
It's like when they design a computer program, they design the program, then they run it, and then they go back through and they debug it. The MLM industry has been debugged.
This is the day of being virtual, being able to run a business from your mobile phone. I mean, it's incredible.
Companies are getting smarter. They're implementing more consumer protections. They're implementing more compliance training. They're doing more with respect to product research.
If you do get involved and you make purchases of inventory, even on a voluntary basis, if you decide that this business is not for you, you can leave and have that inventory repurchased by the company. There's no other business that offers that kind of protection on a voluntary, self-regulatory basis.
If you decide to look further into a network marketing business in order to generate more cash flow for your family, I would recommend reviewing the following 4 elements. First is the product or service. And on the product or service, I would ask 5 important questions. 1, do you like it? Is this something you would feel comfortable sharing with others? 2, is there a recognized need in the marketplace? It's hard to create a need if one isn't naturally there. 3rd, does the product meet that need? Does it solve a legitimate problem for consumers? And 4th, is it priced to sell? Can it compete in the marketplace? And 5th, is it priced for profit? Is there enough margin for the company and the distributor to be able to generate income for the long term? If you can answer the questions on the product to your satisfaction, the next element to consider is the company itself. Is it well run? Do you believe in the founders or the management team? Do you feel they have what it takes to go all the way? See, it doesn't matter how good the product is if the management can't take care of the company. Good management can change with the times. They can handle adversity. They can make good decisions. Make sure you choose a company that can serve you for a long time. The third element to consider is the compensation plan. And with that, there are 3 important things to look at. First, a brand new person needs to be able to generate some money fairly quickly. It may be an obvious reason, but you can probably imagine the ripple effect of a distributor getting involved and having even a small victory fast. That can only help with the overall success of the organization. Second, a person should be able to develop a moderate part-time income in a reasonable period of time. As they develop their network and as their sales grow, they should be able to enjoy more benefits. And third, for the people who are really serious, for those who decide to really go pro in the network marketing profession, there should be the possibility to make a serious full-time income if they work hard and are committed to developing their skills. If you're comfortable with the product, the company, and the compensation plan, the last thing you should look at is the support that will be made available to you. Does the company have a website? Does it have a solid online reporting tool? Do they have comprehensive training available? Do they host events to help you build your business? If you decide to do this, what kind of a support system can you plug into? Choosing a network marketing company is a personal decision. But evaluating the 4 elements of product, company, compensation plan, and support is a great place to start.
Is the company promising that you're going to get rich quick or that you can make a lot of money without a lot of effort? That's a red flag. Is there a product that you really believe in that you think can be sold? Or are you being told by salespeople or the person who's trying to recruit you or by the company itself that don't worry about the product, all you have to do is recruit other people into the business? Red flag, warning sign. If you're hearing that, take a second or even a third look.
Get to know the customers, the products, the business, have some success, and see where the opportunities might take you to move up in the organization.
You want to find out how concerned are they about my education, my training, and my development? Is there a space for me to grow? Most important question.
Learn everything that you can about the product. Make sure it's something that you believe in, and learn everything you can about the industry and work that system.
You have to be very passionate about whatever that company is doing.
I would get involved. You can always test drive anything, the product, the service, the community, and then lean into it a bit. If it feels good, then lean into it a lot.
Behind me is the Lincoln Memorial. And this is a place where Martin Luther King Jr. had his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. And at that speech, he talked about his dream for equality for everyone around the world, and that's a noble dream. But I think more people need to remember what it was like when they were kids and the dream was still alive in them. Before it got beaten out of them by reality, by this paycheck, by these responsibilities, and by having to live for this job to pay the bills. I think people need to remember that, go back to that. Once they know that there's a better way, I think their future is going to be much brighter. They can live a better life. So if you're considering getting involved in a network marketing company, let me offer you just a few pieces of advice. First, network marketing isn't perfect. It's emotional. It's challenging. Like any entrepreneurial venture, it can have its up days and its down days. But if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, it's just better. Second, if you're going to do it, decide to be professional. Decide to go pro. It's better to do that than just be this amateur sticking your toe in the water. Third, as any professional, you're going to have to learn some new skills. And I promise you, inside of the network marketing profession, they're not too difficult to learn. Fourth, like anything worthwhile, it's going to take some time. Don't expect that you're going to get to the finish line right out of the gate. And fifth, it's worth it. It's worth it to be able to take charge of your life again. It's worth it to be able to control your own financial situation. It's worth it for the people you're going to be able to spend time with. It's worth it for the things you're going to be able to see and the experiences you're going to be able to experience. It's worth it for the causes you're going to be able to contribute to, the lives you're going to be able to touch, the customers you're going to be able to help, the friendships you're going to be able to develop. I promise you, it's worth it. Remember, most people are searching for answers just like you are. But I do have to tell you the catch to network marketing. If there is a catch, if you want to understand this from an emotional point of view, people say, well, it sounds too good to be true. It's not. It's hard work. But here's the catch. Most people still don't understand it. So you're going to have to endure the loss of social esteem from ignorant people. The uneducated will think less of you. Now, if you can handle that, you're on your way. If that's going to destroy you, you know what? Entrepreneurship in general probably isn't in your future. If you can face that catch, you can become unstoppable.
I want everyone to really contemplate this if they're not in network marketing. You're in a job, you probably have a mortgage, you have rent, you have debt, whatever's going on. You're in a prison.
You work just hard enough to keep them from firing you, and they pay you just enough to keep you from quitting. Come on! I've been there, done that, and bought that t-shirt.
In network marketing, if you run into failure, it's really just a homework lesson for yourself. There's no one to blame.
You really have no excuse not to be successful. You just don't. People don't want to hear that, but there's so much available to you.
If you want to be a good network marketer, be a student to the people above you, be a fellow traveler to the people on the same level, and be a teacher to those below, and know when it's appropriate to do which. People who are not afraid of asking people to buy things, or not afraid of persuading people with a chance they may say no, these people own the future.
Nothing happens until something moves. So you got to go move, you got to go do something, or nothing's going to change in your life.
In the beginning, you're going to do a lot of things that you don't get paid for. But as you go down the road, you get paid for a lot of things that you don't do.
And your job is rehabilitating the spirit, the entrepreneur spirit in all of us. You give it back.
Either give it a strong yes or a strong no, but no wishy-washy, dilly-dally stuff in the middle.
There's dreams and there are nightmares, but I believe that the biggest nightmare of all is when you don't pursue your dream.
You're going to see some monumental growth in this profession. It's an exciting, exciting time to be involved with the network marketing profession. The next 10 years, I see just exponential growth.
When that tipping point comes, it's not a matter of asking somebody, have you ever heard about network marketing? You're really asking them, which company are you building your wealth in?
We are here to fix the world, to improve relationships with other people, to improve other lives. And the real reward comes as an entrepreneur at any level from teaching somebody something and watching them grow. There is no greater reward.
Life's too short to spend it living someone else's dream instead of your own. It's too short to spend it living at a fraction of your potential. Can being an entrepreneur be a challenge at times? Sure. But here's what you get in exchange. It can be yours. Something that you built, something that you created, something that you made happen. This balloon represents your dream. It represents entrepreneurship. My wish for all of you is that you would reach out and grab it. The choice is up to you.
All righty, let's get back to here. Well, my friends, was that not amazing? Absolutely fabulous. So we're just going to do a couple clicks over here. There we go. All righty, we're going to now turn the call over to our beautiful presidential director in some snowy region now. I want to say Jackson Hole, but I know you've moved around, Sue, so you'll have to remind us all where you're at, and I'm just looking to unmute you. There you go. So without further ado, Presidential Director Sue Gromberg, welcome to the call.
Hey, thank you, everybody. And I am in Victor, Idaho, and very close to my old home, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Beautiful here. But boy, was that enlightening and inspiring. I haven't seen that film in quite some time, and I will just say, to me, it is the best documentary on professional network marketing ever. And it is no surprise. And really, if you looked at the end and we looked at the product, we looked at the company, we looked at the compensation plan, and number 4 was what was the 4th thing? Sue, do you remember there? It was the support.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, every single one was a gold star. I just checked it off with Gia Wellness. And so no surprise that our co-founders chose the network marketing business model to share these unique technologies with the world for a number of reasons. And one, it absolutely, as Eric Worre and his panel of experts shared with us, that it absolutely levels the playing field for everyone to create the kind of possibilities of whatever kind of lifestyle they want. It serves people, many more people, let's say, faster in a way that this opportunity is equal for everyone to create a substantial income. And it was very clear to me as I was listening, and very true as I've experienced network marketing through GIA, is that the more people you help to succeed in discovering the possibilities that are available to them, the more successful you will be in discovering more possibilities for yourself. So I know there's an awful lot of people out there in the Zoom world who are on this call who I would love to hear from, and I'd love to have them share what their GIA entrepreneurial spirit has come to in a way in which how GIA's network marketing opportunity has impacted their lives. And so I'm just going to have you, Sue, open up the call to Ming. Do you want to start out?
I'd love to, Sue. Thank you. Well, I was completely new to network marketing. I was completely excited about the products. I had fallen in love with the company because right after I came on board, I was strongly encouraged to attend the annual event, which I did, and I felt like I was in Bill Gates's garage in 1978 or whatever that would be, when they were deciding to put a computer in every home on the on the planet, just about. And so for me, what happened was I plugged into the support, went out and shared with Abandon. And of course, utilizing my upline, created $10,000 in my first 90 days. And what really came home to me there was it wasn't my efforts. It was the efforts of one woman in particular who happened to sponsor Sue Gromberg. So that was my first taste of it, and especially in the first 90 days. But it took a couple years, Sue, about two and a half years to create a six-figure income. And I was kind of chugging along with that, or moving along, doing a lot of the right things and a bunch of things that weren't. But it was a good income. But really, what happened when that brought it all home to me was when some very traumatic things happened in my life, and I was unable to work for about a year and a half. During that time, and this was back in 2012. I was barely hanging on in GIA, maybe working about 3 hours a week, hardly doing anything. And I got my 1099, almost $66,000. And that was the power of this came home to me. And I factored, actually, I was actually earned that year about $500 per hour. And it was a year I wouldn't have been employable in any way, shape, or form. So that's really, some of my story. What was so interesting is that I didn't even fully appreciate it until it was the magic carpet that supported me at a time when I had no other means of support. So
great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ming. Really appreciate that. What a great story. So who else out there would like to share how GIA's network marketing opportunity has impacted their life?
This is Karen. I'll go.
Great, Karen. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Ming, I never get tired of hearing that story, so thank you. And I think my beginning in network marketing was a little different. I strictly came in from a product perspective. I was looking for something to deal with EMFs and found GIA, and was just so excited about, helping everybody I knew get the protection that I knew they needed. Didn't know word one about network marketing. As a matter of fact, to be perfectly honest, I was one of those people that thought, oh no, it's a network marketing company. But I thought it didn't really matter because I wasn't looking for business opportunity. I had 4 other businesses and just wanted the product. And for me, but going to an event, I just saw the community and the people that were attracted, and the teaching, the personal growth and development, which was, as I said, I knew nothing about network marketing, and it was totally unexpected for me. Totally blew me out of the water, the energy, the camaraderie, that everybody had your back. Everybody cared for you. Everybody wanted to lift you up, not tear you down. And so that just kept me coming, even though I really didn't, the business part of it wasn't so much on my mind, but I was sharing because I was so excited about the products. And then I think it became more of a sense of responsibility when you really realize what we have in our hands and how many people we could help. I thought, I have to share this with more people. And the way to do that is to build a team and get people to help me share it. And so it's just been this amazing, wonderful ride ever since, and, amazing team and everybody in the company. I mean, it's just like, it is our family. And so that part just thrills me to no end. But when you're doing the business, the abundance comes along with it, as the more people you share with. And just this past month, I was able to make a really generous donation to a relief fund for the Bahamas, which is really near and dear to my heart because that's a place we've had just some of the best times of our life. And so I would not have had that opportunity if it wasn't for Gia to do things that mattered to me personally. And I think we all have that. We all have our goals and our dreams and where we would put disposable income, but a lot of people don't have that choice. And so there isn't a part of Gia specifically that hasn't changed my life.
Great, Karen. And you have just been such an example of what Gia can do in someone's life and impacting other people as well. So thank you for your story. Who else out there would like to share?
Sue, might be a good time for me to jump in and share my story, perhaps. Hi.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Well, kind of the opposite of Karen's. And like Karen said, I never tire of hearing Ming's story. It is just amazing. Where Karen came in with the products, I was on the other end of the scale, and I was looking for an opportunity. About almost 7 years ago, I was at a time in my life where I was scared. I was panicking. I had no idea where the money was going to come in to get bills paid. I had just opened up my own bricks and mortar store, and that comes on along with expenses one doesn't expect, and I didn't know what to do. Well, thank the Lord above, a good friend of mine walked in the door one day and was like, Gia Wellness, blah, 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 about cell guards and eye water, and all I heard was she was making money doing this. I went, you're making money? Tell me more. That's what got my attention, was the opportunity behind it. And as time went on, like Karen and Ming, I attended a company event and met the community. And I am so grateful that I landed in Gia Wellness to grow my business. And as my life went forward, I ended up closing down the business, the bricks and mortar, very shortly. And with just life circumstances, I ended up going full-time with Gia. And this is my sole income now that I bring in, supporting me. But the most exciting part about it all is the flexibility and freedom that it gives me. I get so excited thinking about where am I going to go next? What am I going to do next? I've had the ability to just up and move a couple years ago from Sudbury down to London, Ontario. And just most recently, I made the decision that I wanted to move to the Ottawa Valley. And with this business, I brought it with me. I can do it anywhere. I've traveled through the States extensively, as most people on the call know, and I've worked from the back of my van, sharing the Gia Joy, I like to call it, everywhere I've traveled with people that have crossed my paths. It's just been that easy. And like Eric said in the movie a few times over, it is worth it. Really enjoy my choices I've made to get me here today. Back to you, Sue.
Thanks, Sue. That was a beautiful story, and I know it's so fun watching you just continue to succeed. Well, I know we're kind of moving up towards our closing time, but I would like to share a little bit myself around my story, and it's very close to yours, Sue, because I've been an entrepreneur for more than 40 years, but what I will say is that the Gia's network marketing opportunity really brought an incredibly new dimension to my years of being an entrepreneur, because, you know, there are no earning limitations to the experience you can have with creating income with a network marketing company, especially Gia. unlike an hourly or salary job, which I had at one time. And of course, being an entrepreneur like you with a brick and mortar business, there's no liabilities or heavy financial risk to get started. Instead, it offered an amazing amount of flexibility for me to work and play while I'm putting money in the bank. And I will say that's one of the best parts, but really and truly, it is rewarding in many, many different ways. And I would say the most significant impact was in my early years of being a part of GIA, because there was this huge downturn in the economy worldwide. And it really sent our retirement and our future financial health in serious jeopardy. And it wasn't until I really grabbed hold of what sharing GIA through the network marketing experience that I understood what the power of this business was, because that is what began the financial rescue that Don and I are forever grateful to GIA for, because it set us on a path of now, having the kind of life that we truly wanted in our retirement. And of course, sharing GIA anywhere, as you said, is really fantastic. And one of the other impacts is that I love hearing stories from the people who are in my team. And I had a grandmother who literally stunned me with the joy and excitement of receiving checks from GIA and telling me that she now had a way to create a fund of gift giving for her grandchildren, so that she could not have to pull from the kind of Social Security income that she was relying on. So, I mean, what a thrill was that? And also watching my teammates earn the car bonuses that they now can have, support in paying for their cars. And lastly, for me, it means earning an income that allows us, Dawn and myself, to give to charities at will when we feel the desire to do so, or even making the choice to go travel to some exotic place, and more importantly, to visit our family who live across the oceans and we don't get a chance to see them much, but we can now, financially afford to just go see them when we want to. And that's the kind of exciting freedom that the GIA Wellness Network marketing opportunity has brought to us. And I know there are many other people out there that are experiencing that too. And I love sharing it because, they too can have that kind of possibility of freedom in their lives. So Sue, I'm going to turn it back to you unless there's someone else who wants to share quickly.
Oh, Sue, I love hearing your story as well. I'd never get tired of it. I mean, this has just been amazing. I think we're at about 50 minutes into this now, so we might as well close this out. Really want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Ming, Sue, thanks for hosting this and getting us off to a great start with this training. I will bring to everyone's attention that we will be doing these weekly trainings at a more advanced level for those that have already experienced that are on tonight. But any newcomers that are joining us as we move forward over the forthcoming months, there is going to be every 2 weeks training for new people getting started. And speaking of getting started, we are back next week again with these two lovely ladies, Ming and Sue, as they are going to be going through the Getting Started sheet. So next week is a great time to get all your people on the call with us on the Zoom again. I'm assuming same time, same place, but keep an eye on your Facebook lifestyle page, where I know John will be out there promoting it and letting us know exactly when and where. So again, thank you everyone. Wishing you all a good evening. It's bedtime at my end of the world. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.